Dear students, welcome back to my channel Biology Notes. Today I will discuss one of the important topic of ecology, that is ecosystem. Here I will discuss different types of ecosystem and its components in detail. Let's see the contents. Today I will discuss definitions of ecosystem, different types of ecosystem, structure and components of an ecosystem, and an example of ecosystem, that is the pond ecosystem. I have mentioned two basic definitions of ecosystems. These are: number 1, an ecosystem is a community of living organisms in conjunction with the non-living components of their environment interacting as a system. Another definition is any ecological unit that includes all the organisms which interact among themselves and with the physical environment so that a flow of energy leads to clearly defined trophic structure, biotic diversity, and material cycle within the system. This is known as ecological system or ecosystem. Here is the classification scheme of ecosystem. Ecosystems are mainly two types, natural and artificial. Natural ecosystems are two types, terrestrial, aquatic. Terrestrial ecosystem divided into two parts, biogeographic realms and biomes. Biogeographic realms include Palearctic, Nearctic, Neotropical, Ethiopian, Oriental, Australian. Biomes include alpine, tundra, forest, tropical savanna, grassland, desert, and mangrove. Aquatic ecosystems are three types: freshwater ecosystem, estuaries, and marine ecosystem. Freshwater ecosystems are two types, lentic and lotic. Lentic ecosystem includes lakes, ponds, marshes, meadows, bogs, swamps, and lotic ecosystem include spring, brook, stream, rivers, etc. Estuaries include highly stratified estuaries, partially mixed estuaries, completely mixed estuaries. Marine ecosystems include seas and oceans. Examples of artificial ecosystems are croplands, aquarium, dams, garden, cities, etc. Natural ecosystem. Natural ecosystem is a community of living and non-living organisms where each component interacts together as a unit through biological, physical, and chemical processes. They are purely natural and their formations are not in any way influenced by human activity. Example: tropical rainforest, taiga ecosystem, temperate forest ecosystem, tundra ecosystem, etc. Artificial ecosystems. An artificial ecosystem is a human-made ecosystem of plants, animals, and people living in an area together with their surroundings. Here, by addition of energy and plant manipulation, natural balance is disturbed regularly. Example of artificial ecosystems: croplands, gardens, zoological parks, aquariums, dams, cities, manned spaceships, villages, etc. In the table, there is a comparison between natural and artificial ecosystem. In case of natural ecosystem, species diversity, genetic diversity are high, energy source is only sunlight, food chain is long and complex, ecological succession takes place over time, nutrient cycling is natural and naturally sustainable. In case of artificial ecosystem, species diversity, genetic diversity are low, energy source is not only sunlight but fertilizers and other nutrients are externally supplied to the soil. Food chain is simple and often incomplete as other species are killed by pesticides, weedicides, etc. No ecological succession takes place, incomplete nutrient cycling, and unsustainable as most fertilizers are made from non-renewable fossil fuels and they add to water pollution, biomagnification, and other ecological disturbances. Here is a chart showing different components of an ecosystem. These are mainly two types: abiotic or non-living components and biotic or living components. Abiotic components includes climatic and physical factors like light, temperature, air, fire, precipitation. Inorganic substances include carbon, nitrogen, sulfur, phosphorus, calcium. Organic substances include proteins, lipids, carbohydrate, humic substance, etc. Biotic components are two types: autotrophic and heterotrophic. Autotrophics are two types: photoautotrophs, chemoautotrophs. Photoautotrophs include trees, grasses, algae, blue-green algae, etc. Chemoautotrophs include sulfur bacteria, Beggiatoa, etc. Heterotrophic components are two types: macroconsumers, microconsumers. Macroconsumers are three types: primary, secondary, tertiary. Primary consumers include deer, cattle, elephant, zooplankton, etc. Secondary consumers include spider, frog, praying mantis, etc. Tertiary consumers include tiger, lion, snakes, etc. Microconsumers are mainly bacteria, actinomycetes, fungi, etc. Abiotic or non-living components. Climatic conditions and physical factors like air, water, soil, temperature, light, moisture, pH, etc. Inorganic substances include carbon, nitrogen, sulfur, phosphorus, and so on, all of which are involved in cycling of materials in the ecosystem. The amount of these inorganic substances present at any given time in an ecosystem is designated as the standing state or standing quality. Organic substances like proteins, carbohydrates, lipids, humic substances, etc., present either in the biomass or in the environment. Biotic or living components. First, autotrophic components or producers. Auto means self, trophic means nourishing. These are organisms that produce complex organic compounds such as carbohydrates, fats, proteins by their own with the help of simple inorganic substances like carbon from carbon dioxide, water, and generally using light or inorganic chemical reactions. There are two types: photoautotrophs, chemoautotrophs. Photoautotrophs. They can make their own energy using light and carbon dioxide via the process of photosynthesis. Example: green plants, algae, cyanobacteria, etc. Chemoautotrophs. They obtain energy by oxidation of electron donors in their environment. Example: sulfur bacteria. Second, heterotrophic components or consumers. Hetero means other, trophic means nourishing. These organisms cannot produce its own food, instead taking nutrition from other sources of organic carbon, mainly plants or animal matter. Heterotrophic organisms are also called consumers, as they consume the matter built up by the producers. The consumers are of two main types: macroconsumers, microconsumers. Macroconsumers, also called phagotrophs. Phago means to eat. These are animals, mainly herbivores, carnivores, or nativores, which wholly or partly ingest other living organisms or organic particulate matter. There are three types: primary, secondary, tertiary. Primary consumers: organisms that feed on primary producers like green plants. Example: herbivores, deer, cattle, etc. Secondary consumers: organisms that eat primary consumers for energy. Example: foxes, owls, wolves, etc. Tertiary consumers: organisms that obtain nutrition by eating both primary and secondary consumers. Example: big cats, sharks, human, etc. Microconsumers, also called decomposers, reducers, scavengers, etc. These are microscopic heterotrophic consumers like bacteria, fungi, etc. feed on dead organic matter. They break down complex organic compounds of dead or living protoplasms, absorb some of the decomposition or breakdown products, and release inorganic nutrients in the environment, making them available again to autotrophs or producers. Some invertebrates like protozoa, earthworm, etc. use the dead organic matter for their food and hence can be classified as decomposer organisms. Some ecologists believe that microorganisms are primary decomposers while invertebrates are secondary decomposers. Here is an example showing the relationship between abiotic and biotic components. Producer or green plants produces complex nutrients by using light, carbon dioxide, water and inorganic components from environment. Mouse, the primary consumer, depends on green plants for their food. Snake, the secondary consumer, depends on mouse for their energy. And peacock, the tertiary consumer, eats both snake and green plants for their energy. And after death of all living components, they are decomposed by bacteria and fungi and release of inorganic nutrients in the environment. So, bacteria and fungi are the decomposer. Now see the different components of a typical pond ecosystem. First, abiotic components. Number A. Climatic components include temperature, pH, light, etc. Number B. Inorganic components include water, carbon dioxide, oxygen, salts of calcium, phosphate, nitrogen, etc. Organic components include amino acids, humic acids, etc. Biotic components of pond. Number A. Producers. There are two types, macrophytes and phytoplanktons. Macrophytes are rooted, large-sized plant, may be completely submerged, floating and emergent aquatic plants. Example, Typha, Sagittaria, Cara, Hydrilla, Marsilia, Nilumbo, Azolla, etc. Phytoplanktons are microscopic, floating or suspended lower plants, distributed mainly in the photic zone. Example, Spirogyra, Eulothrix, Zygnema, Edogonium, Volvox, etc. Number B. Heterotrophs. There are two types, macroconsumers, microconsumers. First, macroconsumers. There are three types, primary, secondary, tertiary. Primary consumers. Benthos or bottom-dwelling forms, example, insect larvae, beetles, mites, mollusks, etc. Zooplanktons or microscopic animals feeding on phytoplanktons, example, Cyclops, Brachionas, Euglena, etc. Secondary consumers include insects, small fishes, frogs, nymphs of dragonflies, etc. Tertiary consumers are large fishes. Second, microconsumers. They are also called decomposers. Absorbs only a fraction of the decomposed organic matter, bring about the decomposition of dead organic matter of both producers and macroconsumers to simple forms, help in returning of mineral elements again to the medium of the pond and in running biogeochemical cycles. Examples include bacteria, actinomycetes, fungi, etc. So students, this is all about very general concept of ecosystem and its types and components. I hope this video will really help you. If you like my video, then subscribe my channel and press the bell icon to get notification. Thank you.